Okay, what is up, YouTube? Let me put this guy down. This isn't Smash, if you hadn't noticed. I'm playing balloons. I've been playing a lot of balloons lately, and I really like chimps, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna make a couple chimps guides. I am gonna start going back to Smash once I get an adapter, which I don't have at the moment. So for a little while, and even actually into the future, I'm gonna make some guides for chimps. I just finished this map, so I'm redoing it for the guide, but I just really liked what I did, and I'd been thinking about making guides for a little while, so that's what I'm here to do. This is firing range. It's probably the first map on the second page of intermediate, second or third page, and this is just where I'm going to start. I'm just going to go in order. I'm not going to go back and redo easier maps. I think that this is where the intermediate ones is where they actually start to get a little challenging, and yeah, I'm just going to share my strategies, and this one was a little weird, I think, and that's kind of why I wanted to discuss it. So yeah, I guess I'll just talk about that, you know, as the game goes on. But we are doing an open strat, so that's our hero. But we're not going to be putting him down till kind of in like the mid game, mid to late, which is weird because usually, you know, you want your hero down as quickly as possible, but we're not going to be doing that here. We're using him late. So, the good news is this, I think, is an ability-less strat. Oh, that's not true. Well, scratch that. I think that we're going to need to use some. But we are starting off with a ninja, and I'm just going to go 202 to start. And then we're going to get probably the most important tower that we're going to use, and that's going to be the Buccaneer. So I like this map, and I like this strategy because it's kind of a weird map. You have almost all of the balloons up top, and then you have, you know, all this empty room down here, and they call it firing range, so I think that, you know, you're kind of inclined to use snipers to hit down here, or planes, and that's not what we're going to be doing. And we're going to leave this guy alone too. I tried to do a strat with taking this out and putting a plane in here, which is kind of a good idea, but I think, you know, by the time you have $1,000 to drop on just removing that, you are not going to want to, I don't know, build your nest in the middle. You're probably going to, you know, be doing all right without it. So yeah, we're going to leave this alone. We're going to build all the way up here, and the important thing is we're going to get all the way up to the aircraft carrier, or what do they call it even? Carrier flagship. And that's going to give us 2 extra spots up here, and so we can just add 2 monkeys to the nest. And that's going to be kind of the biggest thing, honestly, because, you know, you only get really 2 spots up here, and then, and even then, this bench isn't big enough for the hero. But the carrier flagship is, so we're just going to be focused on getting him upgraded all the way, and then, yeah, I guess we'll just take it from there. So right now I'm sitting at a 202 ninja and a 202 buck. And yes, they both have camo, but we do not have any lead yet. So we're going to go for an alchemist. That's pretty standard. And it's a little dangerous because we're going to be relying on alchemist acidic mixture drip here. So it's a little RNG, and that's kind of tough. And I don't really like that, but it is our best option. Okay, so round 28 coming up here. I couldn't get the Berserker Brew, so I'm going to get Perishing Potions just so the stimulants last longer. So that's pretty easy. I'll play through 30 here, and then I'll probably just jump in the video to round 40 so we can see what's going on there. So here's round 30, and we look like we're going to do okay. Okay, yep, so there's round 30. I'm going to jump back in at the Moab here. Okay, so just wrapped up round 39, and there's one thing I wanted to mention too is actually rounds 28 and 30 or anyone with lead is actually not RNG, because this guy can just, even if the acidic mixture drip isn't on the other towers, he can just get the leads himself. So I just set him to strong, and he can take care of it from there. So going into the Moab, we have a Balloon Jitsu Monkey Ninja, so 402, and we have a 420 Alchemist. And this alone is going to take out pretty much any Moab on any map. It's going to be really easy for us because it's going to come in and loop around here, and then if there's anything that even gets past this, we have a whole nother chance to get the cleanup. So I haven't touched the Buck since, so this is pretty much what we're dealing with for the Moab, and it's going to be a breeze. So, okay, yep. And we're just going to keep cruising here. We want to just go straight from this setup all the way to a Tier 5 Buccaneer. So I'm just going to set auto start on here, and I'm just going to cruise. I'll check in, I guess, every now and then at some important rounds, but honestly, we're not going to have an issue getting this all the way leveled up. So, okay, so round 47 here. We're going to be getting the aircraft carrier. And like I said, things are really going to be a breeze. So, I'm trying to think out loud here. There's going to be 2 more towers that we're going to get once this guy gets all the way up. Oben, because we want his buffs. I don't know what level he gets them. But, yeah, so level 11, all magic monkeys in range get more range and 2 pierce, and that's pretty much the only reason we're playing him. So then naturally we're going to want the other monkey on the Buccaneer to be a magic monkey, and I'm going to go with a wizard. We're going to get the unpopped army because it's dope. And more importantly, he's super good on this map because his graveyard gets more full based on how many balloons are popped in his range. And if all of our nest is in his range, then pretty much every balloon that gets popped is going to go to the graveyard. We're pretty much going to have a fully powered Necromancer throughout the whole game. And then that's going to take us all the way to round 99. The bad is going to be a little tough on round 100, so we're going to have to get some late game strategies for then, but until then, we'll be totally fine. So then I need to look at, I want both of these guys, both the Ninja and the Necromancer, to be in the range of Oben, but I'd rather have the Necromancer closer to the Alchemist. That way he's going to get more priorities for the buffs, so we'll see. I actually I don't know which one should go where, so we have about $10,000 more to get, and we'll check it out. Okay, we're getting around 59 now, and this is often an important one because of the camo leads, and this one is actually going to be RNG on how. Oh, okay, so I'm fine because of how that brew gets on him. And I'm going to throw Oben down immediately. So I was thinking about it. We'll see if the Ninja's in the range, but it's more important that the Necromancer, who will get down as well, has priority for the stimulant buff than it is that the Ninja has Oben's buff, if that makes sense. So, yeah, so we're going to go all the way, and this will be good too, because then we get Shimmer, and we are going to go with Fireball, or Wall of Fire, because it's a pretty beast upgrade. So yeah, from here we can pretty much just chill again, and I think what we'll do is we're going to go for the Prince of Darkness before we go for the Grandmaster. Just because he's really just so good on this map, and he's going to carry us through the rest of the way. Most of the rest of the way. The late game is going to be a little more tough, but yeah, you can see his graveyard's going to be fully maxed out pretty much the entire game from here on out. And once we get this upgrade and it goes to 3,000, he's going to be pretty awesome. So If you know, if our ninja's not in the range of Oben, we can always throw a village down and try and upgrade his range. And that actually might be what we do, because when we get into the late game, we're gonna have money, but not enough for another tier 5. So I might be throwing down a village and just spamming the Moab assassins. And that way, because round 100 is going to be our biggest thing, because I mean the ninja is going to be fine, is going to be a good help, you know, but the wizard monkey is not the best against the bad. So we need to get the outer shell of the bad popped down, and then he can do his thing. But until then, it's going to be a little tough. So that's why I'm thinking. I'm thinking Moab assassins. Okay, so we're coming to the end of round 75 here, and then we're going to have 2 pretty hard rounds, 76 and 78. Well, 76 just went by, no problem. But yeah, we only have the 1 tier 5, so I guess we'll see how 78 goes. But so far, everything's still looking super strong. I've not used any abilities yet. I think we probably will once we get into the late game. Yeah, I'm thinking 90s, around the 90s. But yeah, so we should be able to get this last upgrade here before the ZOMG comes out, hopefully. But kind of like the Prince of Darkness is not going to be great against the ZOMG, and that's because it's slow moving and it's going to come out way out here, and you can see these, you know, his little soldiers aren't actually getting all the way out there. So he's just going to lose a lot of his graveyard before he even comes into contact with it, and that's a problem. It's not so much a problem with the ZOMG as it is with the bad, but it is still going to be, you know, not the best thing for us. But either way, he's a beast. 35,000 pops. I guess, yeah, our Balloon Jitsu guy's still doing real good. And we're going to get him all the way up to Grandmaster here. That's what we're going to be going for now. Oh, and look at that. So Oben actually does get the buff all the way out there. So that's pretty huge for us. So yeah, he gets the extra range, extra pierce now. And yeah, so it's kind of like I said, the ZOMG not, or the Prince of Darkness not great against the singular ones that come in. But when we have hordes of the big Moabs, the BFBs, and the ZOMGs come in, then he's going to get really good. It just is like when there's just one, he just kind of loses his steam before we even get into contact with it. So, yeah, we're on round 82. I'm going to jump back in. I'm hoping that we can get the Grandmaster before round 90 because of DDTs. So I'll check back in when we have the money for him. Alright, so we're just getting cracking on round 88, and we are going to get Grandmaster. So, we're almost to round 90, which is where the game actually gets hard. I think the 80s are honestly like the easiest stretch. For like just 10 rounds, you pretty much just, you don't really need any upgrades to get through it. I think if you can get through 78, you can get to round 90. So, you know, it's a good stretch of time where you should be saving up. Oh, okay, I am turning auto start off. So here's going to be our first interaction with DDTs. And yeah, we took him out like nothing. Let's get to around 92 and we'll see him again. But yeah, so here's the late game conundrum that we have with this strategy. We have 3 tier 3s and our hero, who's not, you know, I guess he's level 15, he's okay. But we're going to just get probably around 30,000, maybe a little more throughout the rest of the game, and that's just not enough for a, you know, a game-changing tower. So I'm thinking we're gonna throw down a village, and we're just gonna put in a bunch of bomb shooters, and because we're really looking at getting a bad defense now. So we want to hopefully affect the Necromancer if we can, because we like him a lot. Yeah, we're not even going to get close. That's okay. And then we're going to get basically a 2-2-0, so, you know, faster attacks and camo, and that's going to be enough to make this guy a beast. And I think we're just going to go the middle path. I don't really think we need to spend time with cross paths. But yeah, we're looking real good out here. It's a really good strategy, and 95 is going to be... I want to say 95 looks pretty easy in here, because the DDTs are not getting very far, and the purple balloons are not going to get far either because of the Grandmaster Ninja and also the top Buccaneer. So let's get a couple more of these guys. Come on, come on, come on. And there's the DDTs. Oh yeah, so we're taking care of them without an issue. Yeah, so that really is not, it's just not a problem for us. So yeah, I'm just going to keep throwing these guys down. We really don't need cross paths because there's not really much interaction other than the active ability, which is, I think, only really going to matter on the very last round. 96 is usually tough, but I mean, these balloons aren't even real. Oh, okay, I spoke too soon. I was going to say they're not even really getting past the first track, but... So, they just threw Oben's ability down. That's the first time that I've done that. So, honestly, I probably could have just gone all the way for a Moab Eliminator, because these are probably like, what, I don't know, 4 or 5 grand a pop. So, yeah, honestly, if I was redoing this, I would probably just go all the way from Moab, or yeah, the top path. But didn't do that. I think we're gonna be fine. So here's round 98. If we can get to round 98, usually you can get to round 100. So here we go. So I'm going to burn all those at the beginning here because we want them recharged, and I'm going to throw Oben's down again. But we want all of the Moab Assassins back for round 100. And I'm going to burn them again because we can get through round 99. And yeah, honestly, if you can get through round 98, oh, you can get through round 100. So here we go. We got last round. Let's see, we should be able to get one more in. So yeah, okay, if I was redoing this, don't do this. Just get a Moab Eliminator, because you only really need it for this last round. But yeah, this is kind of the big thing, is we got to get this pop, because this Necromancer, this count is just going to keep going down and down and down. And that's a problem for us. Let's hit them again. So we really need him popped before, that's what we needed right there. We needed him popped before this last round, this last track here. So we'll go ahead and bomb this guy again. And we're going to be pretty good. So there's our instants. Not great. So there you have it, firing range chimps. Yeah, the only thing I would say is don't do this. Go for a Moab Eliminator. It would have been way better. But other than that, I think this top area here is really, really solid. And yeah, I think it's a pretty street strat. So yeah, I'm gonna keep continuing on with Chimps videos. We'll see how far I can get. I really like playing it. So and I'll get back to Smash 2. I think I'm gonna change my name off of Telex. We'll see. Yeah, but I'm gonna get back to making some videos now, so stay tuned, and thank you for watching.